of money and getting very little in return. So we've gone with Aaron, and I think our board decided this is a wonderful thing. We'll get a lot more hands-on. Aaron's local. He's a phone call away. We can get him out here lickety split. But this group is probably the most important, because in the next several years, and it's going to take a couple of years to see the transition in what we're trying to do here. So we ask that, you know, be patient, work with us, offer us your suggestions if you have any. Come see me, grab Scotty, whatever you need. You know, any board member that you can to help us make this league better in every way that we can. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
So, Eric, kind of give you a little snapshot. It's funny to me because whenever I start these things, I think, okay, how many of you looked at your calendar or got the email or whatever the case was and go, oh, I'm excited, I get to go listen to someone tell me how to be a parent, right? Is that exactly what you wanted to do this morning? Yeah. Well, the good news is that it's raining out there, it's not in here, so at least you got a dry, warm place to hang out. So that's the carrot, right? This is my 30th year involved in youth sports as coaching and training. And what's exciting to me for this particular one is I was 12 minutes away. I'm not getting on a plane, I'm not on trains and automobiles and flights and whatever it is. This is kind of local, it's kind of great. So what I want to do today is I'm going to take you through, probably it'll be interactive, we'll go through some things and then we'll find out, kind of help you guys. And what we're really going to need is we're going to need your help to spread the word to those that aren't with you. And that's going to be part of the process going forward. This really has nothing to do with the negative side of youth sports. This is really to help you guys on your journey and help to find a way for those kids to have a chance, meaning your kids have a chance to stick with this and have some fun with it. So my first, real quick, my company, the National Academy of Athletics, we run sports camps in 51 cities. I started my first job out of college working for a guy named John Wood. You may not know who he was. And then I worked for the Lakers and the Warriors and Dusty Baker. So I've been around sports a long time. What I've found is that youth sports have morphed and they're different than when we were kids. And so I'll give you some examples of that. I put some things in here, just some kind of notes, and we'll kind of go forward from that. But before I do that, I want to make sure, do we know what we're getting into for this year? Do you know what you signed up for? I mean, what did you sign up for?
I guess I really don't know. This is the first year. So, I mean, what did I sign up for?
Right.
Little League and my kids have fun and baseball.
Great. Okay, so that's kind of the big picture, right?
Yeah.
We're in the hot air balloon, we're looking down, and we know kids are going to play baseball. And then all the other stuff that comes along with it is what we're going to kind of talk you through. And that's one reason why I want to do this, because the more informed you guys are, the better opportunity we have to have success. And remember, for me, success is the peace of mind you've known you've done the very best. It has nothing to do with winning and losing games, because ultimately that's the direction you have to go. So, in terms of league specific, there's going to be stuff that's going to come up you're not going to know. When do you practice? Can we live pitch versus T-ball? Can we, what position does my kid play? When did all that stuff? Do you guys know all that? You're not supposed to know all that. And as soon as you trust the process and realize that the coaches that have come here and had to sit and listen to me, the coaches that they've trained, the coaches they've gone through are going to do this process, the easier and more enjoyable it's going to be for you and also for your child. But you have to let it go. You have to trust that, you know what, right? I get that. So here's the crazy part. I happen to live in Santa Rosa. My son is 14, and he played all the way through Marquest Little League. My daughter is 11, and she played baseball. She's played softball and soccer and all that. So I've sat in the chair, so I get it. So I think what I'm kind of saying is that feeling of, hey, it's Little League. I want him to play. I'm going to sign him up. That's great. And now, what do I do? So this whole thought process is to give you the rest of the story. Fair enough? So let's start off with this. Why did you sign? You have a son or daughter? So what's his name? Mason. Come on. How old is Mason?
He's 5.
5. That's my son's name, so we're good. So Mason's 5, and then you want to get out with the, if you want, you can hang whatever you want to do, but I think we're good.
Okay, good.
So
Have fun.
Mason is 5. Okay, so by now, if he's 5, you've probably heard that he can hit pretty good in the living room with you. And
Well, this is his second year.
Second.
So yeah.
so he's all-star level.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Get better.
Yeah. So people probably already have approached you that he should only play baseball only, and if we're going to get him a college scholarship, these are things he needs to do. Has that hit you yet?
Yeah.
Anybody heard that? Because my son, we chose a high school because we said, he's gonna get to play 2 sports, because that's what he wants to play. And when the coach says, well, he's gonna pick one, I said, we're gonna pick it in high school. Sounds crazy, but that's the way it is. So this world has changed at 5, right? What were you thinking about at 5? You don't know, right? You're not supposed to know. It's just part of the journey. We're figuring it out, right? It's the wonder years. So, but you wanted him to play why? Why did you sign him up?
Because he loves baseball and it keeps him active.
Yeah, he loves it and keeps him active, right? And if you're lucky, he comes home happy and tired, and you've had a good day. Fair enough. I get it. Exactly. Okay. And so you have.
I have twin almost 6-year-olds.
You lost your voice, and I get it. Right? Probably chasing they got you outnumbered. Okay, twin 6-year-olds. And why did you sign them up?
This is their second year, and they played last year with friends from school, and just to kind of keep them going.
Okay.
Be active.
Get them active, right? But was there a specific goal in mind? I get the activity part, but was there a specific goal that you had as to why they were going to play?
I wanted them to get instruction and leadership from somebody else.
Yeah, because basically, what I found, I'll give you an example. My daughter, I could say that there's a little house over there that's got a blue box next to it. And she go, yeah, Dad, whatever. And then coach says, hey, go stand next to the blue box. And Mia goes, I gotta go, there's a blue box over there, I gotta run to it. I'm like, I just said that, right? But to get that voice from someone else, especially if they're reiterating, good. So, but was it more skill or was it more life skill? What do you think?
I think it's more life skill.
Life skill, yeah, okay. So at this level, realistically, you're not expecting your twins to, be throwing the ball 40 yards and hitting home run. Bottom line is to get the life skills. Okay, fair enough, I like that. And you're?
I have 3 boys, they're 6.
3 triplets?
Yeah.
You guys, what is in the water where you guys live? Send me over there. Yeah, ready, go ahead.
And I pretty much signed them up not only to get like the fundamentals with the life skills and just have fun.
Yeah, so fundamentals, right? So you want the skills, which again, there's no wrong answer, but okay, keep them busy, healthy and happy, teach them life skills, right? Success and failure, and skills, sports skills. Man, I love where we're going with this, right? It probably sounds familiar, but again, we're just kind of cluing in. There's where I'm going with this. How about yours?
Son is 4,
Okay.
and I grew up playing sports, and I just want to expose him to as much activities and sports as possible, and see what he likes.
Right. You find his niche, find his lane. Good. All right.
It's my wife at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have the twin boys, and yeah, again, this is where I grew up too, playing baseball, and it's great to have them out here. I get to see my old friends that I've seen
Yeah,
since high school.
yeah, hang out.
And,
You ain't watching the
I
game.
never know who I'm going to run into. I really,
Very cool.
but yeah, they get to meet new friends too, because the school districts all are kind of combined here, and it's great for them to meet new kids.
Awesome.
And that's fun for me to see them making
Cool.
new friends.
Very cool.
I have Isaac, he's 5, second year T-ball with Scotty. So with us, it was a little bit of separation anxiety that he had for me. So I wanted him to be a little more social and
Right.
to meet new kids since he's an only child. He can play sports, he's just very attached. So
Got it.
he's kind of a little more independent now.
Get that, yeah. Yeah, you want to kick him out of the house and get him on his own, I get it. I totally get that, absolutely. And you know, the worst part about it is someday he's going to be cool with it, and you're going to go, but, because I get that.
It's getting
I
there.
feel, yeah, right? I
It is,
stomach
yeah,
it.
it's really
Yeah.
hard.
And how about yours?
I have 2 boys, 5 and 7. This is our 3rd year here at the field. Wanted to be part of the team, get their striped shirt, and running as fast as they can. So
There you
they're
go.
around the house.
Where about, right? And then do we get get yours?
My sons are 5 and 3.
5 and 3.
5 girls on the team.
Okay.
And I mean, I played baseball through high school, and I just think he'll love it, and I just wanted to expose him to it.
Very cool. So the good news is that we're kind of all on the same page, I think, right? And the challenge is that there's some things that we kind of need to share to kind of go through the journey. So the best thing I do, and it's not I'm bragging on my kids or whatever, it's just I can tell you, because we've been through it, kind of what to expect. How many of you have older kids? So you don't know what this looks like. Like, oh my gosh, right? Because now it's travel ball, and kind of life is really crazy, right? So look out, because here it comes, and they're going to get invited. Your twins are going to be, and then hopefully get to play on the same team, right? The whole thing. So okay, so let me kind of back up a second, and kind of help you guys out a bit. One is, so my background, my dad, I grew up in Marin County, and we were the poor part of Mill Valley, if there's such a thing, right? But back in the '60s, my dad left when I was 3. I was Marin County's biggest sissy. I grew up. My mom was a pot smoking hippie out in Marin County, self-employed artist with 5 kids. 3 older sisters, a little baby brother. So imagine my hand-me-downs back in the '60s, right? You know, bell-bottoms extraordinaire, whatever, and belt it up and roll, right? So that was me. And I can remember, like, we'd play a game of sorry or checkers, and as soon as I started to lose, I would bang the table and get mad and cry. Anybody got that kid, right? Okay? Because I had no clue about that stuff. And there was no discipline, there's nothing, there's no boundaries. It was just kind of free-flowing. And one day my mom said, you know, Aaron, come on, hop in the car. So she got in her orange Datsun B210 with a blue door, because she got in an accident, and drove on down the road, and she pulled up to a baseball field. And I'm all, hey, this is kind of cool. And she goes, yeah, hop out. And I hopped out, and she closed the door behind me and said, there's your baseball coach. I'll see you in an hour, and left. True story. So I'm 7.5 years old, and all of a sudden I'm kind of going like, what? Next thing I know, coach goes, hey, I'm Coach Islas. Come on, you're Aaron. Let's go. And he pulls me to the field. And then next thing you know, he puts a shirt on. It's a white shirt with purple sleeves that says Seals. I saw the picture of it. And then a hat. He says, you're on the team. Let's go. I never played baseball before. I barely knew anything about it. So next thing I know, I'm at bat. Put a helmet on, a bat in my hand. I figure out which way to hold it. And next thing you know, they're throwing the ball to me. What do you think I did my first at bat? Yeah, just a little. I was so bad that I literally was chopping wood. I was doing everything possible. I had no clue what I was doing. Well, then the only thing I knew to do was to throw the hat down, throw the bat down, and start crying. Right? Because that was my go-to. And all of a sudden I hear from over here, I hear this. Come on in. Are you kidding me? That's unacceptable. Whoa, no one had ever talked to me that way in my life. Then he comes over and grabs me by the back of my shirt, which we can't do because it'd be a lawsuit. And he walks me over and he says, what is going on? He said, pick up the hat right now. So I picked it up. Get the bat, let's go. And he walks me over and he says, this is the dugout. That's where the bat goes, that's where the helmet goes, and that's where your butt goes. And by now I'm freaked out. 7.5 years old, coach is talking to me like no one ever talked to me in life. Gets down on the knee in front of me and goes, what is the challenge here? It's like a big ball, I'm not good, I can't do this. I want my mom, right? And he goes, slow down. Who's your favorite player? Well, the only one I knew to know, I grew up in Mill Valley, was Willie Mays. It's the only name I knew. Willie Mays? And he goes, all right, don't you realize Willie Mays gets out 7 out of 10 times? No. Don't you realize he strikes out half of those times he gets out? No. So why at 7, your first time playing baseball, you're going to be better than Willie Mays? Now that was 45 years ago. Guess who I have lunch with every 2 months? Guess where I take the Giants games and Warriors games? Coach Islas. The reason I tell you the story, besides it's been a great relationship for me to have, is the fact that what this is about is really about the relationships and the life skills that they're going to get out of this journey and this experience that you got when you played, that we all got through life. It takes a village. The problem that we have now is that youth sports is not about success. It's really about failure. It's really about what do you do when you get knocked down and how you get back up. It's about dealing with the fact that we just lost the championship and no one's crying. You just struck out and no one's crying. And what do you do next? I got to work with a guy you might remember, wore number 16 for the 49ers, Joe Montana. He taught us fail fast, fail forward. Teach the kids to learn from those things. You don't have to make the same mistake again. Make an adjustment and then move forward. That's how we grow, and that's how kids get it. Here's the bad news. The bad news is that your kids don't get what most of you got when you were a kid. And here's why. 78% of what your kids hear every single day is a direction or a correction. Think about this. Twins get up in the morning. You're on it, right? Get up, get dressed, eat breakfast. You've never said this before, I'm sure. Right? Brush your teeth, right? Get your hat on. No, you can't wear that. Quit arguing. No, those aren't matching socks. At this point, I don't even care. Put some shoes on. Let's go. Right? I only know this because, like I said, I've got a couple myself. Then we get in the car. Okay, today remember this, remember that. Now school's over. We pick them up. Okay, hurry up. We got to get you to piano lessons. We get your brother to